Coach me in this game.
Mchana is the BSTV.
Good day all. We are watching a match pitting Hazard Lukomwa versus Area Kimuli, both Ugandan nationals. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. It's a first to 7 or best of 13 frames. Who will be the victor at the end of this? Hazard, aka Azali Lukomwa, or Area Ikimuli? May the best a man win. Hazard has just won the leg and has opted to take the first break. It's game on. He breaks. A potting in the process. One red is down there. What will it be for him? Reds or yellows to close table? Break. It's game on. He breaks. A potting in the process. Unfortunate miss from Hazard early on. Two sharpshooters from Uganda. Although Hazard is rated higher, but it's really any man's game. You never know. May the best man win. Table is still open. Table closed here. Area Kimuni looking hungry for that win. Eager to make a point. against a sharpshooter Azali Lukomwa, aka Hazard. Will he triumph, or will Hazard prove too hazardous to Area's health? Nah, I'm just being silly. Anyway, 0-0 it is, the first frame of the day. Will Hazard clear, or Area will clear? Hazard going defensive quite early on. Generally, I like the good balance of defense and attack that I see exhibited by these top players. They attack very well, and they also know how to defend, and they do it well when necessary. Carefully going around the table, taking his time before executing a shot. There's a 40-second shot clock being used here. So the player on the table has to execute their shot within a 40-second time frame. However, they may request an extension once per frame, and they'll be granted that extension by the referee. Just a little homework there with the yellow at the bottom right corner pocket towards that pocket. You could develop it now. Play cannon, potting center, that yellow on center, and developing that other yellow. Didn't do it well enough. As opposed to a backspin, I think I would have actually preferred if he'd gone for a cushion bounce on this left-hand side of the table. Right to bounce on the cushion first, and then come and kiss off onto these balls here, that cluster that he wants to open up. We could try again now. Pot and open up. It's surely promising to be fireworks. Two fine players pitted against each other, fellow countrymen. Like in the last race we witnessed on this TV table, it was two Tanzanians pitted against each other, Isaiah Paulo versus Jackson Stevens, where Isaiah Paulo won that encounter 7-6. Prior to that, we watched Nelio from Portugal racing against Patrick from Kenya. Patrick won that encounter 7-1. Prior to that, it was Mafia Moses from Zambia versus Senzo Gumede from South Africa. That ended 7-0, with Mafia being the victor in that one. The first game of the day was Jeremiah Naidu, aka Ganda Ganda, the Green Machine, versus Kelvin Kandu, aka Fikoti from Zambia. Jeremiah won that 7-3, that encounter there. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, back here, Hazard preparing to take his shot. I think he was trying to properly defend that yellow, to properly block off its path to anywhere. And maybe while snookering in the process, he didn't manage to block it off completely, but it's a relatively defensive shot. Well tried. Just making the finish or clearance a little harder for his opponent area. Looks like he's measuring a very ambitious shot here. Does he want to use the black to open up the bottom left corner pocket? Or what? He almost fluked, putting the bottom left corner pocket in the process. But he's left himself in a good position. It was a difficult shot he was faced with. Well tried. Given. 5 reds here for Hazard. Frisco Osborne, good to see you. Thank you for supporting Mchana. Thank you for the continued support. Hope you're enjoying the show. It's happening here at Mchana Pub and Grill, the second edition of the Mchana tournament. Too much movement of the Kuba. I think he'd hoped to go for that red near the black next. Not much of a cut he had hoped for. Still workable anyway. Position, position, position. Very important when you're executing your shots. 0-0, the first frame of this match. Dennis Charlie, high five to you. Oh, great potting here. Position, position, position. He messed up the cue ball position there. For the next shot, he's snookered. Self-snooker. Self-inflicted injury. He needs to make sure, as I'm sure, I guess it's only as good as mine. If he fails to make this pot, he will be punished by area. I'm certain of that. Oh, that attempt was good. The thought was good. Ah, okay. Looks like it did work out in his favor somewhat. It's difficult for area to take off from that position for him to make a pot. It could go cushion first, going for the yellow in the bottom left corner pocket. But it's crunch time. It's really an immense game with the best man. Should do the trick here. Ah, he's gone for center. I thought he'd go for the top left corner pocket. And chance to area. He needs to maximize in this. Take an early lead.
On table number 4, let's have Patrick Gitao playing David Kahuria. David Kahuria, Patrick Gitao, report to table number 4.
That was almost a double pot. Could have been great. He had made great position for the black, but he could still redo it. Good position. He's down to the black. A fairly easy black, which I myself would probably miss, but these are the big boys. They mean serious business. And that's it for the first frame. 1-0 in favor of area as he draws first blood here. Will he prove too strong for Hazard, or Hazard prove hazardous to his health? It's any man's game, and the best man win 1-0 to area in a race to 7.
Bobby,
best of
Bobby, we
13
need tokens
frames.
for table number 1 and 2.
Frame number 2, area breaks. It's alternate breaking. He's breaking at all even numbered frames. Hazard is breaking at all odd numbered frames. Hazard chose to break first after winning the leg. Area manages to break and pot. I tip him to go for a clearance here. All balls nicely opened up. Either class of balls would work, but a red's looking more favorable, I think. Will he give us the first apple of the day? And unfortunately, he's messed up that run. He had a very good chance at an apple here. He still has a good chance to clear the frame, but now it's advantage to Hazard. The mere fact that he's the player in control, the player on the table. What tricks does Hazard have up his sleeves? I'm not sure how advisable that shot was. I don't entirely agree with it, as I think area is still in a fairly good position to clear here. You never know, let's see. One ball at a time. 3 reds to go. Not the ideal cue ball position. Every time the cue ball is left resting so close to an object ball, makes me kind of nervous. But he did what he could. Legal shot, at the very least. Hazard in control now. Greatman Chimundi, to answer your question, sometime soon, 4 p.m. Kenyan time. Hope you're enjoying the show. High five to you. Arokni, thank you. Hope you're enjoying the show. It's 1-0 to area. He's taken an early lead. Will he continue on the streak? You never know. Large crowd gathered here at Mchana Pub and Grill. Kudos to them for organizing such an awesome event, very well organized. The second of its kind, the second edition of the Mchana Pub and Grill. Awesome show. Awesome talent. Good display. It's a rather tactical frame. This, which I always say I enjoy a lot more than the attacking frames. Where they just attack, wham, them, thank you, ma'am. I like to see how they employ their skills, how they apply their minds in tactical frames. I think I tend to learn a lot, which I like to do when I watch these big boys, as I wish to play like them one day. They both have their defense caps on at the minute. With that little situation towards the top left corner pocket. being where the whole game lies, more or less. Area back on the table. Facing his 3 reds. He only has sight of 1, actually 2, but only partial sight of the 2. And a pot very difficult for either. I'm sure he'll go for the one in the center of the table, making sure not to open up the yellow that he's defended. He's opened that up. Cube opposition, a rather defensive. Has it taking his time? It's critical shot, this one. I think it's do or die. And do he does. A nice play. 4 yellows to go for Hazard. I think he'll attack away. A relatively easy layout of balls remaining here. Niwagaba Enoch, hi to you too. See your supporting area. He's leading 1-0. Mehlugi difference. High 5. He's down to the last yellow now. For the black. A black that I almost certainly mess up if I were to attempt it. But the big boys, they do it big. Careful not to scratch, and he scratches, much to his fans' disappointment. 2-0 area leads. First time I've seen someone potting the black and the white today on the TV table. A good show otherwise, but I'm sure he lives to see another day. He's still got a chance. It's a race to 7, so there's ample time for a recovery. Frame number 3. Hazard going defensive already. Quite early on in the frame. We just saw him send the black and the cue ball packing simultaneously. That was unfortunate. He could have leveled the score to make it 1-1, but it is 2-0 in favor of Area Kimberley, his fellow countryman. Tricky position this. Is he planning on snookering? Okay, not a snooker, but quite a tactical shot. No clear, easy shot for, or rather pot for Hazard to make here. Hazard was trying to defend off that pocket, but fouled in the process. Is facing the last 3 yellows. Rather difficult clearance. I think he messed up his cue ball position here. Fine cut loading to center perhaps. The black, however, still rather troublesome, I'm sure. What awesome plan can he make? He could develop it now. Still 50-50, in my opinion. But the scale is slightly tipped in Hazard's favor. Okay, I suppose the black doesn't have a clear
Bobby,
path.
table 6 and 7.
I thought it might not.
Tokens.
Oh, lovely, well played. A 3-0. The pressure is on. Hazard looks angry and eager to make a recovery there. Serious game face on. He looks deep in thought, possibly plotting how he will make a recovery here. Frame and number 4 commencing with the area still in the lead. And unfortunately for him, he scratches on the break. Free shot and a visit for Hazard. I tip him to try and go for a clearance here. Will he give us a first red apple of this match? Maybe, maybe not. He needs to pull off a recovery here. He needs to fight hard for that win. Still any man's game. He's trailing at the minute. He's down but not out.
On table number 2.
Reds it is for Hazard. As he attacks away.
Dennis Kimani and Bernard Betts report to table number 2. Bernard Betts, Dennis Kimani report to table number 2.
Good shooting here from Hazard, well on his way to recording the first red apple here. He needs to pull back here in order to avoid an embarrassing scoreline. Most of the scorelines here have been
Number 1 and 2, we need tokens. Festo Richard. Festo Richard.
Freshy, 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 na na na.
Sifa on the On the next available table, we'll be having Steve Mann from the UK playing Dominic Minor.
Sorry for that brief interruption. The microphone had run low on battery. As I was saying, the first match of the day on this TV table, we saw Ganda Jeremiah from South Africa winning 7-3 against Kelvin Kandu from Zambia. After that, we saw Senza Gumede leading, Morphia Moses leading against Senzo for the whole part and won 7-0 in that encounter. Thereafter, we watched Inelia from Portugal against Patrick from Kenya. Patrick won that encounter 7-1. After that, we had Jackson Stevens from Tanzanian. Playing against a fellow Tanzanian, a guy also from Tanzania, Isaiah. Isaiah won that in the decider after trailing horribly in the first half of the match. And now for this match, Hazard trails 3-1, and unfortunately Hazard fouled. Free shot on the visit for area Kimuli, fellow countryman. It's an awesome show. Definitely entertaining. The vibe is awesome here. Kudos to Mchana for the great show. I'm definitely enjoying it. Hope you are too. I have a feeling Hazard might engage a mini handbrake, pull back. We might get to see a decider here. That's my personal prediction. And if we do, well, I don't know who will win. May the best man win. But I do hope for a decider, which I usually do for selfish reasons, to prolong the action. I'm usually enjoying it and never want it to end. 3 yellows here for area. The discipline, nice and easy, it does it. Zuraba Osman, yeah, I agree with you. Area at the minute is proving to be a pain to Hazard. He's down to the last yellow, on the verge of recording a 4-1 scoreline. Of the two, I would say Area is more of the underdog, but not to be underrated. He's a very good player too. And I think it's really any man's game. He's shooting really well, making less mistakes than Hazard is. And another black is down 4-1. He leads. He now needs only 3 frames to clear, and Hazard needs double that.
We all need somebody that call me, I will come running. Vako zako za samabane dada zimeni bamba zaidi ya wale. Baby, I love the way you're going down. Ukicheza katitu twisti kilunda. Utapenda nikikuchezea kinanda mama. Nitakulinda.
Frame number 6 in progress. Hazard is down 4-1, but currently in control. Will he engage a handbrake? He's normally hazardous and lethal, hazardous to the health of many of his opponents. many have fallen prey and victim to him over the years. A veteran player from Uganda with several years of experience. They're both good players, though. Not to take anything away from Area. All right, good use of Area's yellows to pot his red. And he continues to work his magic. Unfortunate position there with the cue ball. Oh, good swerve there. Good spin on the cue ball. He's struggling a little here. Position not so ideal. Let's see what tricks he has up his sleeve. Again, too much roll on the cue ball after such an awesome shot. Ideally, he should have taken that red to the same center, but overran position. If he messes it up, it'll be back to advantage Area. Let's see how he fares. Charles Jabona, he's saying Area is so composed. I agree with you. But how was that for a shot from Hazard? Very well played. I'm not sure how easy it is for him to cut that to center. Or even make a pot to the bottom right corner pocket. Either way, either option is fairly difficult. Oh, how's that for a killer shot? That was a classy finish. Gave me goosebumps. It was goosebump worthy. Awesome. What an awesome finish. Hazard doing what he does best. 4-3 it is. He still trails. He's down but not out. He's putting back pretty nicely. One frame at a time. But that was a classy finish. Executed with finesse. 7 frames down. Frame number 8 loading with Area Kimuli to break. Dry break there, unfortunately for Hazard. Was trailing 4-2. Area needs 3. Hazard needs 5. It's a race to 7 or best of 13. 6 frames down, so we may be roughly somewhere around the halfway mark of this match, but it's definitely exciting, exhilarating. Awesome talent. Area on the table now, looking very composed, admiring the skill. I am the focus, the tenacity, but not this position of the cue ball. Looks like it's frozen to the yellow even. I'd probably take off with a foul. That was a loud thud as he made that pot. Very confident shooting. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. He's making Uganda proud and all his fans. Shooting away he is. 4 reds to go here. Martin says Hazard is a fighter, guys. Oh yes, he is. Giving him his flowers. He's definitely a fighter. As Area just messed up that shot. He missed the pot, and I think he also messed up the cue ball position as well. I don't think that's where he had intended for it to end up. Thank you, Wayne Cordham, and thank you for joining us. It's happening here. The vibe is lit at Mchana Pub and Grill, the capital of, in Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. Hazard back in the grind, grafting away. 6 yellows to go here. Hazard shooting away. 5 yellows to go here. I'm sure he's hoping to pot one and develop another there as he cruises away on his way to a clearance. It's 4-2. Big difference between 4-2 and 3-3. It could have been 3-3 if he had been disciplined enough on his cue ball control in the second frame, where he made the pot on the black but scratching in the process. But he's still fighting hard. He hasn't lost hope. He knows he's still got this. He can win it if he tries hard enough. They're both eager and hungry for that win. Careful there, careful, careful. Oh, that worked out pretty well, except for the position of the black. He's defended it a little more, closing off its path. Almost potentially to almost any pocket here. To be a difficult clearance. But for me, note to self, watch and learn. That's the note I've just made to myself there. Watch and learn what he'll do with the black. He's down to the last yellow. And now I am eager to watch and learn. Maybe a top spin bounce. There where he's pointing his cue stick is maybe where he hopes to land his cue ball. Unfortunately, no, the plan was right. Intention noted, but unfortunately he messed up the position. Hand on waist, Hazard thinks hard. I noticed generally his hand tends to find its way to his waistline, especially in critical moments like this. Difficult shot. Let's see. Possibly a left spin. Oh, a little too much spin there. Too much left English. But the idea was good enough. Free shot and a visit for Area.
Fresh.